A recent double homicide in Union County has sex offenders living in fear.
On a Sunday afternoon in July 2013, on a 4-lane highway outside the small town of Jonesville, North Carolina, in a small house on the side of the road, police found the bodies of Charles Parker, a well-known mechanic and a registered sex offender, and his wife Gretchen Parker. Both bodies had multiple shot and stab wounds. Even though no one can deny the benefits of having a sex offender registry being accessible for everyone, this case shows the danger of giving people with bad intention the ability to locate them easily. I must clarify that I don't defend the sex offender. However, self-appointed vigilantes would only lead to a chaotic community.
How do I know it wasn't my husband or my son?
Folster's son, Lauren Duckworth, and his stepdad, Stephen, are both registered sex offenders. They all live together, so the registry lists their address, even the make, model, color, and plate number of their car.
I'm afraid to be out.
It also lists the charges, but doesn't explain the circumstances.
They're not going to come in and slaughter my family just because I'm on the registry.
Their hope is that the registry will one day go private, becoming a tool only available to law enforcement.
On July 21, 2013, a car pulled up at the residence of Charles and Gretchen Parker. The vehicle door swung open, revealing a robust, bald-headed man with tattoos on his neck and head. This 30-year-old individual was Jeremy Moody, identified as a white supremacist through distinctive skinhead and white power tattoos. On the passenger seat of the car is 36-year-old Christian Moody, his wife who shares his ideology. Upon noticing the car parked in front of his home, Charles instinctively did what he always did as a well-known mechanic in the community. He went to check on the couple. However, as Charles approached, Jeremy pulled out a .38 caliber handgun and pointed it at him. "We don't have any money," Charles told Jeremy, backing away. Jeremy replied, "You think I'm here to rob you? I'm not. I'm here to kill you because you are a child molester." The Moody's marched Charles into the house. Then Gretchen came into the front room, only to be confronted by them. The couple ordered both Parkers to get on their knees. They shot them both, Charles in the neck and chest, and Gretchen in the chest. Next, they stabbed the Parkers repeatedly, and Christian slit Gretchen's throat. Unfortunately, the couple passed away on Sunday, July 21, 2013. Charles and Gretchen were much loved by their family and friends, and they would be dearly missed by all. After discovering the bodies the next day, on July 22, 2013, police realized that surveillance cameras at the home captured Kristen concealing what investigators think was a knife behind her back, and Jeremy is seen with a handgun. Investigators familiar with Jeremy Moody identified him on the video by his distinctive way of walking and his tattoos, and arrested both of them. Also, 338 caliber shell casing were found inside the house.
Deputies say these home surveillance images show the Moody's leading the Parkers into their Union County home, where they were stabbed and shot repeatedly. Deputies say Jeremy Moody's unique tattoos helped identify him. 16th Circuit Solicitor Kevin Brackett says the Moody's had planned to kill more sex offenders.
The suspects lived with Jeremy Moody's parents in Lockhart. Investigators searched the home and seized a knife and a handgun, along with other potential evidence. There is no indication that Jeremy Moody's parents knew of their son's plan, and they have been cooperative with the sheriff's office. During the investigation, Jeremy confessed to deputies that he shot the Parkers before his wife stabbed them, and added that had he not been arrested, he would have kept killing. Police found the name of the next intended victim written on an envelope. They also found his manifesto explaining his outlook on other races. He also admitted that the motive was that Charles was a registered sex offender. However, his wife was killed for her supposed bad judgment of marrying him.
Prosecutors described the Moody's as neo-Nazis who harbored hate for various ethnic groups and sex offenders, and that's why they randomly chose Charles Parker off the sex offender registry list.
According to the Union County Sheriff, self-proclaimed white supremacists Jeremy Moody and his wife Christine
These were pedophiles.
killed Butch and Gretchen Parker on July 21st in their own home, because Mr. Parker was a registered sex offender. In 2012, Jeremy Moody published a book and in it wrote, quote, "The only cure for child abusers and molesters is to have every member of their immediate family killed," end quote.
According to a criminal history provided by the State Law Enforcement Division, Charles Parker had been convicted of a third-degree criminal sexual conduct stemming from a February 2003 charge. In that case, both Parkers were charged by the York County Sheriff's Office and accused of assaulting a 31-year-old mentally challenged woman. The charge was dropped against Gretchen, but Charles was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison, suspended upon 5 years probation. However, other sources add that Charles was required to register as a sex offender in South Carolina because of a prior charge in North Carolina. The SC Sex Offender Registry lists the charge from 1991 when he sexually assaulted a child. In court, the couple were sentenced to life in prison after each pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder, kidnapping, criminal conspiracy, and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Initially, Jeremy and Kristen Moody apologized to the judge and asked for a 30-year sentence so they could see their children and grow old together. Jeremy addressed the court saying, "Not a day goes by that I don't regret what I did. I know God has forgiven me. With the right medication, this wouldn't have happened. Please have mercy on Kristen and me so we can have the chance to grow old together."
Your Honor, not a day goes by that I don't regret what's happened. And I know that what I've done is a sin, and I believe that God has forgiven me of it. Please have mercy on Christine and I so we can still have a chance to grow old together as husband and wife.
The Bible clearly states thou shalt not kill. I'm sorry I broke that commandment, but I truly believe God has forgiven Jeremy and I. I hope you will too. Your Honor, please see it fit that Jeremy and I are sentenced to the same sentence of 30 years. Never kissing my husband or feeling his touch again is my very worst nightmare. Please give us a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.
The defense lawyers also pointed out that Kristen was a breast cancer survivor who underwent a double mastectomy 4 years ago, and Jeremy suffered from schizophrenia and was not on his medication when the killing took place. Then added that Kristen had been the victim of sexual abuse from the age of 2, which continued into her early teens. According to her lawyer, she was raped by a 28-year-old pedophile who abused her after his release from prison. It was also argued that she suffered from PTSD and a borderline personality disorder. But after listening to the grisly details of the crime and observing the couple grin, snicker, and glance at each other for 2 hours, Circuit Court Judge Lee Alford handed down the life sentences, saying he felt they had no remorse and would likely kill again. "I saw you smiling at each other in court," he told them before handing the sentences.
Brutally killed these 2 people. They had no way to defend themselves or anything else. And I tell you that I believe that if these 2 were to get out of jail, I would be concerned that they would do exactly the same thing to him. I don't have any question. I think it is a case that justice demands a life sentence.
Upon realizing that there isn't anything they can do, the couple's remorse and pleading for forgiveness changed into "see you perverts later," Jeremy said as he was escorted out of the courtroom. "That's what child molesters get. I have no regret," Kristen said on her way out of court. "Killing that pedophile was the best day of my life."
Perverts later. That's what child molesters get. Child molesters do not deserve to live. They got exactly what they deserve. Had to do it over again, I'd kill more.
I think Jeremy and I would have done it again if given the opportunity.
Do you have any regrets?
I have no regrets. Killing that pedophile was the best day of my life.
What about not being able to see Jeremy?
Jeremy and I have a love that will withstand this.
What about what you said in court about repenting? Is that not true then?
No, it's not true. My lawyer made me say it.
Do you have anything to say to the victim's family?
May they die also.
Other than the actual case, some sites and sources suggest the couple belonged to a little-known racist skinhead white supremacist gang in Nebraska. You can read about that at splcenter.org.